Hello everyone, Sarah with you today. I have a super fun process video to share with you using elements of the brand new pigment splash kits that released this past Friday in the Spiegel Mom Scraps shop. I'm going to be using the Alchemy kit. So as of this voiceover, there are still a few kits available. So if you want one, I would head over to the shop right away and grab one because they have been selling out quite quickly. I'm going to be using some supplies from the Felicity Jane Harper kit. I treated myself to a Felicity Jane kit in November and haven't even touched it yet, which makes me sad, so I decided I was going to use it today. Now this background was created using the Alchemy kit as well, and if you want to see the entire video of how I created this super fun background, be sure to head over to my YouTube channel. I split the videos up because otherwise you would have had a 30-minute video that I was afraid no one would really want to watch. So this way, the process video is on this channel. The video for the mixed media background is on my channel, and I also have a class available that I just launched on Friday called Mixed Media Backgrounds that is all kinds of different fun backgrounds using lots of different supplies. So if you are interested in a really interactive, fun class that will teach you a lot of good information about creating mixed media backgrounds, go right ahead over to my YouTube channel, and there'll be a link below for you for that. So this is one of the strings from the Alchemy kit. There's these beautiful trims in there, a gold one and a silver one. I'm going to be using a silver one to kind of coordinate with my background. I am just going off to the side here and grabbing some washi tape because I want to make sure that I have this held in fairly good. Go. And then I'm going to put a couple, so I'm going to kind of wrap this trim around my photo just to add some texture and some dimension and some more of that silvery goodness. So in the Alchemy kit you get two of these trims, a silver and a gold, and they're both beautiful. This is the silver one. I'm adhering it to the back with just some washi tape. No, I'm sure everybody has that washi tape that they can use a little bit of to go ahead and adhere down some trim. Pushing it down to make sure it's really good and adhered. And now I'm gonna cut the end of the trim off. I'm gonna tie a little bow, and then I'm gonna add a Scrap and Happy Studio epoxy flare right to the middle of that bow. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to get my photo down. When you are creating with a mixed media background, wet glue is always a good idea because you're never quite sure whether a tape runner is really going to stick it good down to that background. I'm using a T-square ruler to get my photo straight and just where I want it. This photo is not a photo that requires a long story or lots of journaling. It is quite literally just my son asleep with like 100 blankets and 4 dachshunds. So yeah. I am working with these chipboard tags now. These are part of that Felicity Jane kit. I'm going to play with those. I'm also going to use pretty much this entire package of cardstock frames. I always find frames a little hard to use, but I decided that for this layout what I would do is I don't want to cover, I want some layers around my photo, but I don't want to cover up a ton of this beautiful background I created. So my way of dealing with that is to kind of frame the photo and layer these frames because you can still see the background through the frames. I want to use this cute little house from the die cut, and I also want to use these cute little chipboard pieces. There's one that says a date, and I think the other one just has a pretty design on it. So I'm going to go ahead and use some more of that gorgeous silver trim, and I'm going to put it around the tops of those tags. I went back and forth with these foliage, and I think, so it's been a while since I've shot this video, but I believe I end up not even using them. They weren't necessary. But I am going to use the hearts. I'm just kind of getting an idea of where I want to put different things on my layout now, and where I want to put the different embellishments that I want to use. I'm going to clean up a little bit, and then I'm going to start getting things glued down and doing my last finishing touches of my embellishments. So these tags, I wrapped some of that silver thread around the tops of them and then just tied it off, not in a bow, just tied it off. And now I'm going to add my date stamp to this one tag that has the date on it. And then I'm going to adhere them to the top with some Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. And I've also decided against the heart, and I'm going to use one of these beautiful epoxy flares on top of that second chipboard tag. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to pull some more of the blue and the golden color out into my layout. And I'm going to put the heart right there on the other tag. And then I'm just going to kind of push everything down so it's exactly where I want it. Nouveau Deluxe adhesive does give you a little bit of time to shift stuff around if you're not happy with the placement of certain things. And I'm going to go ahead and take full advantage of that. I'm putting some pop dots down on top of this house. I'm going to pop the house up from my background. And these pop dots worked good. I wasn't sure. I was wondering if I needed to add a bit more adhesive to the back of them, but they seem to be fairly sticky enough to stick even to the paint background. So that was good. I'm going to go ahead and place it right here. And now I want to grab some more of this alchemy kit. There are these beautiful sequins in the shape of pine trees. And I thought, well, how cute would it be if I created a little scene with my house and I added some of these fun pine trees to either side of my house. It adds a little more of that shimmery gold and silver that is in my background and in my trim, and it adds just a little bit of a whimsical touch to my layout, and I think that it turned out absolutely adorable. So I'm going to put 3 trees on each side, and I'm just holding them down again with the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. And the other thing I did was there is a container of silver trees and a container of gold trees, and I mixed them up so that those trees had both a silver and a gold element to them. Because that's really kind of the theme of this alchemy kit. You have gold, silver, a precious metal color that's like a coppery bronze. There's a beautiful rose gold little sequin hexagons. You can see I adhered them to my background. You'll see them better in the close-ups, or if you go over to and watch the background process video. So yeah, I really went for the mixing metals look on this page, and I love how the metals set off the tones in my photo, because there isn't a lot of color in my photo, but there's just enough warmth to like really set off those beautiful metallic tones. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my title. My title is going to be Sweet Dreams. Very simple. I'm going to go ahead and use these letter stickers. So all of my projects, oh, I think I told you already, they were all from a Felicity Jane kit. Yes, so I'm using the Alchemy kit from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I am using the Felicity Jane kit Harper. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish up my title. And then I wanted to add just a little more of this mustardy color into my layout. So I'm going to use some little puffy hearts, and I'm also going to use some gold hearts that are in the letter sticker sheet just to add a little bit of something over there. And you can see I decided against those foliage pieces, but I'm really loving the idea of adding just some cute little hearts to the page. And that will complete the layout process for today. Here are some close-ups, and you can see those little hexagon rose gold sequins, the tiny ones that come in the alchemy kit as well that I used on the background. So head over to the shop, see if we have any more of these kits left, and if so, I highly recommend grabbing them because they're beautiful. You can always use my code Sara15 to save a little bit on your order over in the Spiegel Mom Scraps shop, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye!